Hello everybody, thank you for watching my YouTube video on Kubernetes. In this video, we will discuss about scaling. In an earlier video, we had an idea about replication controller, replication set. They are tightly coupled with scaling. When we can use scaling? If your application is stateless, you can horizontally scale it. Stateless meaning your application does not have a state. It does not write any local files or keep local session. All traditional databases, MySQL, Postgres are stateful. They have data files and they cannot be split over multiple sessions. Most of the web application can be made stateless. In our demo, we are going to use an Nginx as a web server, and basically it's a stateless. We are going to build a stateless application by using a local file system. We are going to mount the content on the local file system and make it visible. Session managements need to be done outside the containers like memcache, Redis, etc. Any files that need to be saved or cannot be saved locally on the container. So scaling a Kubernetes can be done using replication controller. The replication controller will ensure the specific number of pod or replicas will always run at all time. A pod is created with replication controller will automatically be replaced if they fail and get deleted or terminated. Using the replication controller is also recommended if you just want to make sure one pod is always running even after reboot. You can then run the replication controller by specifying one replica. This makes sure that pod is always running. So in our demo, we are going to use an Nginx web server. This is my YAML file. So what we are going to do is now is we are going to create a local file system and going to mount it across all the node, and then we are going to create index.html on each individual nodes. So let's create it. This is node 1, node 2 and node 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create an HTML file across all the nodes. So this is for node 2 and this is for node 3. Yeah, so we have created this one and we have this YAML file. So what is this YAML file is telling is about, yeah, you can create an Nginx web server using Nginx image. Okay, and we are creating a volume mount point inside the container user slash Nginx HTML. Okay, so and now what we're going to do is we are going to create a volume, which is volume is a local volume, which is basically host path, which refers to the system. On the system, we are going to on each individual node we are created a mount point where sites default. So this is the local file system on the server. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to expose this to the external people on the my public IP 192.168.1.70 on port 80. Now let's create this deployment. Oops, sorry. We have to create it in the master node. Yeah. So let's check the pod. So containers are creating. Yeah, the containers are up and running now. So kubectl get the services. Yeah. So now let's browse it. Yeah, so it's coming from, no, let's browse it from the browser. Yeah, so it is cached, I believe. Yeah, so yeah, so it's coming from node 2. Let's browse it one more time. So node 2, node 3. So now let's scale it. Before scaling, we will see for scale it. Let's replica to 4. So kubectl get deployments. So nginx hyphen deployments. Yeah, so we have scaled it to 4. Now let's get the pod details. Yeah, the containers are running already. Let's see. Curl. So 4, 3. I think let's give it to get pods hyphen OY. Yeah, so okay, the pods are created in node 3 and node 1. So node 2. node 3, and node 1, node 2. Node 1, Node 2, Node 3. So you can see the contents are coming from each individual web servers on the node. So this is how scaling normally works, and you can scale for the stateless application on horizontally. So in the next video, we'll talk about deployment. Deployment is an important topic and a broader topic to cover. Let's move on. Thank you.